What's going on, Renzo gang? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Brian Renzo Vids, and today this is another WrestleMania video. This one is titled, I don't know why it's titled that, but John Cena's bald spot is gone. I don't know why they titled it that. Also, Aleister Black tease for his WWE return. Oh, this is going to be good. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I did watch SmackDown. Now that little vignette that they showed, that was not Malachi Black or Aleister Black or whatever he's going to go by when he come back to WWE. That was definitely Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is coming to WWE, and I think they're going to put him on SmackDown while Penta is on Raw. So we might not get the Lucha Bros yet in WWE, but Ray Phoenix is definitely coming. That was not Malachi Black. Now the countdown that probably could have been him, but the other vignette that was definitely Ray Phoenix. And I don't know what else they're going to talk about in this WrestleMania. I want to start doing more of these WrestleManias. So I'm gonna definitely start doing more reactions to the WrestleManias because like they give all the inside on WWE or AEW or maybe or even TNA. But like I said, the WrestleMania it gives more of the inside of the wrestling world. So with that being said, we're gonna dive right on into this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, share, like the video, and comment down below. Interact with me, especially on the wrestling part. I know I got some wrestling fans out there. So my wrestling fans, react with me. And I'm definitely gonna start doing more, wrestling videos to react to. And also what I'm gonna do with that as well, I'm also gonna put up polls to like any type of wrestling content you want to see, and you guys just go over there on my channel, on my page, and just go vote. That's all you gotta do. But with that being said, we're gonna dive right on into this. Let's get it.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from a special edition of SmackDown emanating from Spain, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the WrestleMania main event revealed, Drew McIntyre is furious, John
When is Drew McIntyre not furious? Like, one thing about this new heel turn on Drew McIntyre, I just don't like how they got him so angry all the time. In a way, it's kind of like how Triple H used to be back in the day when he was a full timer. And see John Cena's bald spot gone. But from what I was told, that when he's coming back, as a heel, they said he's actually gonna, officially go completely bald. Who knows? And speaking of John Cena coming back, he's gonna be in Brussels. In Brussels, I forgot the name. I forgot the country, but he's gonna be on Monday Night Raw this coming Monday. Him and Cody Rhodes up under the same roof. I cannot wait. That's gonna be crazy.
Cena's bald spot is gone, WWE teases a massive debut and
Yep.
potentially a massive return, a major
Mm-hmm.
WWE signing leaked, the real reason for Jade Cargill's backstage heat, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and
WrestleMania.
follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL.
Mm-hmm.
As always, we won't recap the show, but just provide you with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number one US title warfare. A
Oh yeah,
SmackDown
I
from
loved
Spain
it.
kicked
I
off with
love
new
how it
US
started.
champion LA Knight being interrupted by Jimmy Uso. Jimmy hilariously referred to the US title as the US tag
U.S. tag
titles, but
titles.
that didn't stop the
I was like, Jimmy, come on, man. You know you botched that. You know you did. I was like, did he just say what I think he just said? U.S. tag title?
segment from being entertaining. The crowd ate the segment up and it actually saw an involvement from the new bloodline and Braun Strowman. Unfortunately, when Solo Sikoa came out, he made an unfortunate slip with his promo, or
Yeah, he
very
definitely
near
did.
to. I mean, you could even see Jimmy's face. He knew what he was about to say. Now, this will likely be edited out of replays of the show. But a heated six-man tag match
Solo Sikoa definitely, he almost dropped the F bomb. I was like, no, you did not, Solo Sikoa. You did not almost drop the F bomb.
would follow, with Strowman getting the win for his team. Now, it looks like WWE are planting the seeds for a multi-man US title showdown at
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania,
Mm.
whereas Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu is likely destined to be a 1v1 contest. Number
Oh, yeah,
2, the
definitely.
women's title feud amps up greatly.
Oh
Fans have been
yeah.
extremely critical, as well as ourselves, of the lack of build towards Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte
Yeah,
Flair.
that
But
that that
thankfully,
that title
WWE have
that
finally
title
listened.
build up
After
is
Flair
it's
defeated
not the
B-Fab
best.
on SmackDown, WWE would deliver a pull-apart brawl between the two WrestleMania opponents. But this one was pretty good when it comes to pull-apart
They
brawls.
were
In
they were
fact, it didn't even
scrapping.
stop when The Miz came out. They were continuing on, and Tiffany Stratton even leapt off the Titantron, feeling her inner Jeff Hardy and delivering a swanton bomb onto Charlotte Flair and security below. Number
Hmm.
3, Intense Cody
I
Rhodes.
love this
Now, the
Cody
advertised
Rhodes.
Miz TV segment with WWE champ Cody Rhodes was short and sweet, as Rhodes would lay out the Miz, and Rhodes would proceed to insist that Cena shows up to confront him on Raw. It was intense, it was passionate, and it was booked perfectly.
I
Number
loved it.
4, Phoenix Incoming. WWE would air their first vignette
Ray
promoting the
Phoenix is
debut
coming to
of Ray Phoenix.
WWE.
Now, it looks like he's set for the SmackDown brand, which would naturally put him on the opposite brand to his real-life brother Penta. Number 5, Aleister Black Incoming. Phoenix wasn't the
Mm.
only name teased on SmackDown, as WWE aired a mysterious vignette which appears to be
Well,
for the
WWE
returning
is
Aleister
cooking right
Black.
now.
Black is confirmed to be WWE bound and now looks set for the blue brand. Number 6, Gunther vs. Axiom. A world champion
Why did y'all put Axiom? Why did y'all do that? I did not understand. Why did y'all put Axiom on SmackDown in a match against Gunther? Why did y'all do that? What was the purpose of that? That part, excuse me, that part I didn't understand. I'm like, why is he facing Axiom? Why? Just like I don't really, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This whole Jey Uso versus Gunther build up to WrestleMania, it's not it. It's not it. They need to do something extraordinary because this build up for that championship is not it. And this is Jey Uso's, first ever, main event, like, like singles major title at WrestleMania. Y'all need to build it up better than that because you can kind of tell Gunther's not really interested in this match with Jey. You can tell. Just like Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton it was not building up good until that brawl. So it's like I need more. And WrestleMania is literally around the corner. It's next month, April 19th and April 20th. Like I need a little more build up. How the road to WrestleMania last year with with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and The Rock, that was probably the best build up to WrestleMania I've ever seen in my life. That was like the best build up I've seen. So I need that energy, to come back higher. I need it to exceed last year.
Gunther would make a rare appearance on the blue brand, and he had a stellar match versus NXT's Axiom. Booking Gunther to wrestle on the road to WrestleMania has been a recipe for success, and hopefully WWE books Gunther in more television matches as we approach the grandest stage of them all. And the tag title main event. Now, the main event of the show saw the Street
Mm,
Profits finally recapture
I gotta
tag team
rewatch that
gold.
match.
The match delivered in the main event slot, and now WWE are building towards a multi-team match, which will likely be at
I am proud that they got the Street Profits to championships, but the thing is, I'm not gonna be happy with y'all having them drop the titles at Mania. Maybe after Mania, yeah, but if they're gonna have those titles until WrestleMania, let them keep until after Mania at least. Because Street Profits, this is the first time in I want to say about 3 or 4 years they've had tag team championship gold. Because the Bloodline ran the tag team division. Jimmy and Jay ran the tag team division. So
WrestleMania
I'm just saying.
41. But that was a good what about the bad is number 1, Shinsuke Nakamura's presentation. Shinsuke Nakamura's presentation
Yeah, I
continues to
don't.
baffle fans. Nakamura is still being used on television and his in-ring work
I
continues to
don't. I don't think
progress.
Nakamura's gonna stay in
Nakamura
WWE.
wrestled Damian Priest on the show, and whilst the action was fine, Nakamura was once again going through the motions. It's evident that the former US champion has lost his passion for WWE, which is a
Yeah,
massive, massive shame.
you
Now,
can
nothing on this
tell.
week's show stood out
You
as
can tell.
ugly. The show still had
He ain't gonna
issues,
stay.
predominantly with the extended runtime, but the rabid crowds over the next month should make a 3-hour SmackDown much easier to stomach. Seriously, is there anything better than international crowds right now? They're so up for everything.
International
Well, to
crowds
be
are
fair,
the
not in the
best.
case of
I'm
DIY,
sorry,
as
they're the
they didn't even
best.
get a pop at all. Not getting a pop from an international crowd is
But
crazy work, man.
yeah,
What would you guys think of the blue brand? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first we looks at WrestleMania main event revealed. Now, our top story today takes a look at recent comments from Jey Uso, who has
I'm pretty sure
seemingly
that's
given
night
away
one.
that he won't be main eventing WrestleMania 41. The 2025 Royal Rumble winner recently spoke with the Daily Mail, and Jey would claim that it doesn't matter if he's opening the match on WrestleMania 41, he just wants to deliver a memorable match.
I mean, at least let him, main event night one at least. Because last year's Mania, the World Heavyweight Championship, that match was on. Actually, that match was on night two, which I was shocked. Like y'all put both world title matches on the same night. I was shocked. But see, that match opened up. And of course the WWE Universal Championship match that ended. So I was still shocked. I would say let the main event night one. Gunther deserves it. Jey Uso deserves it. Gunther's never main evented a WrestleMania. Jey has. So it'll be right. Let that match main event night one.
WrestleMania Night 1 or Night 2, whichever night I'm on, whichever match I'm on, I don't care if I'm on last. I don't care if I open it up. I never thought of it like that. I just know I'm going to go out there and they're going to remember either me or my match. So that's all I'm focused on. I just want to look ready for this. This is a once in a lifetime shot. That's how I'm looking at it. Because this might never ever ever come back around in my career.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's comments are interesting because it's uncommon for the Royal Rumble winner to speak in this way. Traditionally, the Rumble winner would main event WrestleMania, and even though
Yeah.
WWE have moved away from that rule over the past 2 decades, it does seem strange that Jay is speaking about opening WrestleMania. This is especially the case when you take into consideration that this is the exact spot fans boldly predicted him to be in come April. Naturally, things could change between now and WrestleMania. However, based on the card so far, one would assume that Cody Rhodes versus John Cena main events night 2, whilst either the Women's World Title Showdown or the planned triple threat between Punk, Rollins, and Roman Reigns main events night.
That better not main event night one, man. Come on now. Come on. And honestly, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm okay with that triple threat match, but at the same time, we really wanted Rollins and Punk at Mania. I didn't want Rollins, Punk, and Reigns. But then, of course, they was going to find a way to put Roman Reigns in WrestleMania because honestly, this road to WrestleMania this year is not really hitting because Roman is not a part of it. And they want to find a way to keep one of the biggest box office attraction in this generation going to WrestleMania. So I get it, but come on, man. That's just like back then, WrestleMania 35, we got robbed of Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. We all wanted that match, and then they put in Charlotte Flair, which I get it business wise, but at the same time, for the fans, we didn't want that. I guess.
1. Next up, Rikishi defends Jey Uso again. Now, it's common knowledge that
Of
WrestleMania
course,
hasn't been
that's
a
his
hot
son. He's
ticketed
going to
item
defend him.
this year. This is predominantly due to WWE grossly overestimating how much fans can afford, and some recent poor episodes of TV certainly wouldn't have helped things. Some fans have blamed the 2 Royal Rumble winners for the poor ticket sales, and Rikishi has responded to this on his podcast, and he ordered fans to stop blaming main event Jey Uso.
For
It ain't
real.
because it's my son, so let's make that clear, right? I don't read a lot of stuff that's out there, nor do I give a damn. The bottom line is, don't hate the player, hate the game. There are still 5 weeks left until WrestleMania, and ticket
Exactly.
sales will no doubt
Don't just
gradually
blame Jay
increase.
Uso. He has
Next
nothing
up,
to do
Drew
with that.
McIntyre, furious. Fans
Is he
continue
not?
to express disappointment with Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania direction. As things stand, McIntyre is set to face Damian Priest on the grandest stage,
Yeah,
but now
of
McIntyre has
course.
stated during an interview with Adam's Apple that he is fuming about the situation. Since I'm not in the world title match at WrestleMania, I know that in 2024, people were talking about me and CM Punk more than anyone, and I did
Mm-hmm.
90% of that work. Good for Punk being Punk, but Drew McIntyre was doing the effing heavy lifting there.
He
So
really
yeah, I'm pissed
was.
off about not being in the world.
And honestly, Drew McIntyre, like the last 4 or 5 years in WWE, Drew McIntyre has had that company on his back. Like, I'm sorry, like Drew McIntyre is one of the most hardest working people, especially during the COVID era. He had WWE on his back. I don't care what nobody say. Like, you can criticize the man all you want to. Drew McIntyre is one of the most hardest working superstars in today's time. Drew McIntyre, he put the company on his back when he was WWE champion. And now with the whole him and Punk rivalry, honestly, Drew was like that guy in my opinion. I'm sorry, he was.
Title match, but I'm gonna make something happen. Between now and WrestleMania, I'll make sure there's a big match, a compelling story people are invested in, and I'll make sure the match is because I'm Drew McIntyre. McIntyre is evidently blurring the lines between kayfabe and reality here, but it will be interesting to see if this frustration leads to an angle on television.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Backlash 2025 location revealed.
Oh yeah,
As
St.
today,
Louis.
WWE officially announced the location for Backlash 2025. The annual premium event will take place on May 10th from St. Louis. WWE would announce the news via a press release saying, WWE today announced that Backlash will emanate from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri on Saturday, May 10th. The event will feature St. Louis native Randy Orton in addition to WWE superstar John Cena, who will make his first Backlash appearance since 2009 as he
Good
continues his
Lord.
year-long farewell tour. Now, there were rumors that Backlash could be
16
an
years?
international show, but WWE have decided on a US-based PLE for the event this year. Quite the shame, as it could have been really good in Spain. Next up,
Yeah.
WWE making another major signing. Could WWE be about to sign yet
Oh,
another
Jeff
free
Cobb, that
agent?
is right.
Fightful
I forgot Jeff Cobb low-key is with WWE now because it's rumors that he's with the Evolve, and that's part of WWE. Wow, that's crazy. I'm still waiting on Hikuleo, aka Talatonga. I'm waiting on him, and I'm waiting on Lance Anoa'i.
Collectors reporting that WWE is interested in signing veteran wrestler Jeff Cobb. Cobb has been primarily wrestling for New Japan Pro Wrestling, but he worked all over the world and even had a notable stint in Lucha Underground as the demented wrestler known as Mantanja Kyuto. Next up, WWE legend returning. Could
Ooh,
Devon Dudley be about to return to WWE in a backstage role? Devon was
okay,
working
I
as a
can see
producer
that.
and as an agent before his untimely release. But according to the man himself on his YouTube channel, it could only be a matter of time before WWE bring him back into the fold. So my reasonings for leaving the
I can see
WWE as a
that
producer wasn't
backstage
totally
role.
my
I can see
fault.
that.
In other words, I didn't really want to leave. I enjoyed myself, but unfortunately, I got a phone call that stated my position was no longer needed at that time where I was, and they were going to release me as a producer. I gotta say, I was visibly upset. I was bothered by it because I really like working with the talent working behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I went
I
from
can see
hating
that.
being a producer to actually loving it. I've always said I was probably going to come back and do more business with them, but again, you never know what could happen in the future, so I keep the door open as much as I possibly can. Now, the WWE Hall of Famer received widespread praise from talent for his work in the role, and it would be a sensible rehire if WWE decided they need an additional producer. Next up, a new luchador's name revealed. Whilst the identity of WWE's new masked man is believed to be
Chad
Chad
Gable.
Gable, we now know the name of the new persona. WWE have filed a trademark for the name Grande Americano, which is no doubt linked to Gable's new storyline. Either that or it's a Starbucks drink. Next up,
Mhm.
John Cena's bold spot gone. John Cena
Why?
is set to return to WWE programming on Monday, but for now he's still fulfilling commitments to his latest movie project. For his latest movie, Cena's decided to hide the infamous bald spot on his head with what appears to be hair fiber spray. Cena was seen filming for his latest movie in a slick leather jacket, and some
Good
fans are
Lord,
theorizing that
Cena.
Cena could be debuting a similar look when he returns to WWE in just a matter of days. And finally, the real reason for Jade Cargill's backstage heat. Our
Okay.
final story today takes a look at the latest when it comes to Jade Cargill's heat backstage.
Her and Naomi have been going at it on Twitter, and it is hilarious. I
In
swear, it's
WWE.
hilarious.
Cargill reportedly had issues with Shayna Baszler, and a new report from the Observer states that Cargill told Baszler that she needed to learn how to work. The heat on Jade Cargill was acclaimed by other women in
Mm.
WWE that when there were problems in the ring, she'd blame the other person and was disrespectful. A specific confrontation was Cargill pointing to a bruise on her arm and telling Shayna Baszler that she needed to learn how to work. And Baszler responded saying that if she was shooting, they would both know. Later, when Cargill blamed others for problems in matches, Baszler
Hmm.
came up to her and confronted her. And the report continued by saying that the two almost came to blows. This was not a one-person deal, but Baszler did go to talk to her about it, which didn't make it better, and Cargill got in Baszler's face according to one person right there and said Baszler clearly wasn't going to back down. Other talent saw it and
Now, I
diffused it
have heard a
alongside
little
management
something before that those two didn't really like each other. I didn't know how true that was, but.
and got them away from each other. Baszler was called to work with the production people on the key spots that they were doing in a television match that night. Nothing else happened of significance after that. Now, this is a crazy story, and with WWE blurring the lines of kayfabe, it wouldn't be a surprise to see this mentioned directly on television. But there you have it, folks. Our look at SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure
Okay, okay. Yeah, as far as Malachi Black, he's definitely gonna come back to WWE because he's done with AEW. He's coming back to WWE. Ray Phoenix is definitely coming to WWE. but he's gonna be on SmackDown, which Penta is already on Raw. So eventually, we are gonna get the Lucha Bros eventually, but not right now. Um, Johnson is ball spot. Whatever. Who cares? I'm ready for him to come back on Monday, so him and Cody Rhodes can go in on in a good promo. And definitely, this is my first time in years seeing John Cena heel, so this is gonna be crazy seeing him heel. I can't wait for Monday Night Raw. Um, yeah, that's just about it for this video. But yeah, I really need to start doing more WrestleManias. Get more information on the wrestling world instead of having to. Well, I already get enough information. I follow a lot of stuff on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So yeah, it's definitely a wild time and a wild time to be a wrestling fan right now. I love wrestling. It is what it is. I love wrestling. So that being said, post some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed my reaction to this video, hit that like button, share, and you subscribe to this channel because you want to see more like this. Renzo Gang. So we out. You feel me?